Hi there. Today I am creating a Valentine fabric swag that I got the stuff from the Dollar Tree to make this cutie patootie. So let me show you how I put it all together. Okay, from the Dollar Tree I picked up these burlaps. I got a pink, the brown burlap color, as well as a red. And to tie everything together is this twine, this sisal twine. So I'm going to show you how we're going to put all of this together. Each of these little bundles are 3 inches by 3 yards. So just taking off the wrapper, and then I'm going to take off this silly piece of tape that is on this burlap. And I was having some difficulty. So I was like, I'm just going to cut that off because I can tell that it was going to fray and frustrate me. So I just cut that end off. So now I am going to take my scissors. My favorite for burlap is these Tim Holtz long scissors. And I am just going to cut down the middle of the burlap. I take my time when doing this just to make it even. And it really does make the difference if you just take your time and cut. I have my brown, red, and pink burlap cut in half, and so I'm going to show you the rest of the supplies that I'm going to use for this Valentine swag. Things I'm using is some white burlap. I just buy it off of the bolt and cut that into 1.5-inch strips, just like the other burlap. I'm also using some fabric, some muslin fabric, and these are the 2 colors of pinks that I had in my stash, so I didn't have to go out and purchase anything extra for this project. So just use what you have, anything that's pink or red or anything like that. So I'm going to rip my fabric because that works best. And I love to use my pinking shears. They are scissors. You can get them in the craft section or at any craft store. These beloved scissors have been with me for many years, and I love ripping the fabric because it just gives a little raw edge. And then I like using my pinking shears to cut my fabric because if I try to tear it with that little bit, it leaves too many strings, and so using my pinking shears gives a little decorative edge, and I'm good to go. For texture and dimension, I also like to use different kinds of lace, and I get these off of the roll at Hobby Lobby, or you can get them at any craft store. And so just using some different 2 different ones that I have in my stash. I'm trying to use things up that I already have, and these are the ones that I have. I don't mind mixing white and cream together, so we are good to start this project. Okay, using my twine, I have gone ahead, and this is the pattern that I'm going to use. I'm going to try very, very hard to stick with this pattern so that I know which ribbon that I want to put next. And so you do whatever works best for you so that you can put it in the order that you want it to be. So I am just tying strips at the top. I'm not really worrying about that mess at the top. I just want to get my strips on my string, and then I will go back and clean everything up when I get finished. And so you can cut, whatever length of strips you want, but I just tear the strips of fabric, and then I just work like that. I just tie it on the string, and then I take my pinking shears and I will trim it off the size that I want. And these strips, once I have it tied on, the strip is actually between 8 and 9 inches. And so depending on if it's burlap or if it's fabric or if it's lace, it's going to kind of depend how it's going to lay. So just kind of keep that in mind. You can always go back and trim it. So if you want to, tie it on first and then go back and clean it up, that it is really a personal preference. Burlap is a little bit harder to work with, and so you can kind of see that because it was kind of rolled up into a ball, but using that Alene Stiffen Quick, I just spray that on my burlap or any fabric, and it and smooth it out, and it kind of gets those creases out, and it also helps the fabric or the burlap stay smooth it out. And just continue to tie all of your ribbons on there. Depending how long of a swag you want will depend on how much material you're going to need. So I would suggest doing this when you have some time, because it is a little time consuming, but the end result is so pretty. So put on a movie and just go to town with making these beautiful little swags. They are so versatile, just depending on the fabric that you use. You can make them for any occasion, holiday, season, event. They're just beautiful. Okay, I love the way this little Valentine swag turned out. I have it hanging here on my mantle in my living room, part of my Valentine decor. As you can see, you can make it as full as you want, but this is just kind of how I wanted it. I just love how it turned out. Here is another swag that I made a couple of years ago, just using different burlaps and lace and muslin fabric. So cute. I invite you to connect with me on my social media. Here are all of my links. Click on my picture to subscribe to more videos. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think and if you're going to try it. There's a couple of other videos here if you would like to check those out. I thank you so much for watching, and God bless.